Hello and welcome to the video version of my journal. I'm Steffanie Rivers. Come on into the conversation. You might be watching on several platforms. I am multicasting on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn and Instagram. So on whatever channel you're watching, welcome to the conversation. Now, if you didn't believe Cassie Ventura's claims of DV on other claims against P Diddy before, this 8-year-old video proves Cassie wasn't lying. And now we know why Diddy folded like a lawn chair in that $30 million lawsuit that Cassie filed against him, because the video shows how he behaved when he knew hotel security could see him. Imagine how this fool would have acted when he knew there would be nobody watching. That's what we're talking about today, and what we can do to keep this from happening to someone you love or to yourself. Now, after watching this one incident that Cassie had to live with, and knowing that her life probably was 10 times worse what we saw, my next question is, why is this video just now coming out after 8 years, making its public consumption after 8 years? It was recorded in a hotel in Los Angeles in 2016. So I know you've seen the video, and because I of YouTube, and I am multicasting on several platforms, including YouTube, and we can't show violence on YouTube, but I'm sure you know where you can go to find the video. So I can't show it because I don't want my video to get flagged and all of that comes with that. But at any rate, that's what's going on. It's still up on CNN's page, the top page, and it might be on YouTube. I don't know. But at any rate, you can see it on CNN.com if you want to view the entire video. But essentially, this is just one hotel video in one city. And there are other videos. Are there other videos from other hotels in other cities? Probably. You might have seen videos of Sean the Bully. That's my new name for him, Sean the Bully. You might have seen his former bodyguard, whose name I think is Gene, on several platforms on social media, talking about the things that he witnessed Sean the Bully do over the years. And I would call him, instead of Sean the Bully, I would call him Sean the AB user. You know, you have to censor yourself. I would call him that, but again, my video would get flagged. So I know bully is not as strong of a term as I would want, or that you might say he needs to be called, but we know what we're looking at, and we know who we are seeing. Now, obviously, someone was watching the hotel security cameras at the hotel, because Cassie, after the lawsuit was dropped in November of last year, she told law enforcement types that hotel security in this particular instance saw what was going on, and instead of addressing Sean the Bully, the hotel security people told her to just leave. And at some point, they obviously prevented Sean P Diddy from preventing Cassie from leaving. So I guess that's something, but is it enough? Would it be enough if it was your daughter that was in this situation? Would you have wanted them to just say, just go ahead and leave, and we're just going to hold him back? Or would you have wanted them to file a report? What would you have done? If you want to comment, I am watching the chat, so be sure, if you want to comment on if you have experienced domestic violence. I know the first thing I thought of when I saw this was, who, it's just, for her to be a family member or for it to be me, it just, it really hurt me to even watch that somebody had to go through that. Now, there are some people who are saying that, they have differing opinions, and said she wasn't the only one, and she didn't start out. She started out, thinking it was funny that he was allegedly, gotta say allegedly, abusing other people until it started happening to her. Because we also, I'm not sure what happened with that, but we're seeing what we're seeing. And I know that sometimes we think that we are special, that it would never happen to us. And so they're treating someone else like that. And so we can't just ignore when people show you who they are. You got to believe them. So Cassie told the law enforcement types that Sean the Bully allegedly paid $50,000 to the hotel to make this video disappear. And so he also kept the video, according to Cassie in her lawsuit. He also kept copies of this video and probably more at his house all these years. And that's one of the reasons why now we know this is one of the reasons why for the simultaneous raids on his homes in LA and Miami back in March of this year by the sex trafficking unit of Homeland Security. Because based on her lawsuit, they knew they were looking for certain things. And also, there are other people who claim that he has video of them in compromising situations. And that is another reason they were going there, to find evidence. So here's a question: should the hotel be held accountable for accepting the alleged payoff? You know, so many times, and so many times you want to, when you see things, you might say something or you might not, based on whatever reason that you come up with. But at some point, when people have the power to say something, or they have the influence to say something against things like this, you would hope they would follow through and do the right thing, and think of the person who is being victimized as, what if this was my loved one? But people just don't think like that anymore. Not enough people think like that anymore, I guess I should put it like that. But yeah, so should the hotel be held liable for allowing a payoff instead of filing a police report? And maybe they did file a police report. Maybe Sean the Bully has people he knows at the police department. We know some of those people ain't the most upstanding citizens. So you just never know where this went, how far it went, and where did it stop. Now, apparently, the right amount of money can make people turn a blind eye to deplorable behavior. But here's the thing for me: I ain't seen that much money to make me complicit in the kind of behavior and debauchery that Sean the Bully allegedly has been a part of. And here's another thing: I can honestly say I don't think there is enough money to make me turn a blind eye to that. I sleep really good at night, really good. Just ask the king of my heart. Now, but I digress. Now, that video was traumatizing to look at, let alone to go through, and then be forced to still be around somebody like that. Your stomach turns and churns when you just feel like this is just not a good place, but for whatever reason, you decide to stay, or when you leave, in her case, try to leave, you are dragged back. You are made to stay. You are followed and harassed. You are stalked. You are, all these things come into play when you try to walk away. So there's always, when we see this, we're like, well, why didn't she just stay? Why didn't she just go? Well, she clearly was trying to leave in that instance, and we saw what was happening. If you haven't already, be sure to like, share, and subscribe, so that when I post new videos, you'll be the first to know. So There also have been many instances, many videos of other artists who have spoken out about their stolen royalties when it comes to Sean the Abuser, P Diddy, degrading treatment by him, and it's a wonder if some of the hootie hoos ain't got caught up to him yet. Um, yeah, that's a lot of people that you're doing wrong, that you have allegedly done wrong, that you're still, still doing what they claim you're doing. So that is, not the best way to handle it, but I'm just surprised nothing has happened. Now, P. Diddy, Sean Combs, Sean the Bully, is an example of why you can't always separate the person from the music, because the money that we give for the music fuels a person's ego, it fuels a person's behavior, and in my opinion, in this instance, it fuels his mistreatment of others, because it all goes hand in hand. So we have to stop idolizing people who seem as if they have got it all together, because a closer look at most of these people most of the time reveals that they have more issues than Jet Magazine. Okay. And we know Jet Magazine had a lot of issues. Okay. It was a weekly publication. Okay. So some of these people, they got a whole lot that they are hiding. And so we just need to stop idolizing folk, wanting to be like people. What can we do to help? I would say, first of all, let me go to this video and take it off. I don't want to show that anymore. Okay, so now I got to center up myself without making my light fall. Okay, so here's what I say that we should do to prevent this from happening. First, we need to treat people like we would want somebody to treat our mother, our sister, our daughter. Because guess what? Everybody is somebody's mother, sister, daughter. Ladies, if you are a bully or if you find yourself always fighting a man or fighting anybody, treat that man the way you would want somebody to treat your father, your brother, your son. Because guess what? Everybody is somebody's father, somebody's brother, or somebody's son. And that's why mistreatment of others continues from one generation to the next, is because we don't stop to consider that this person that we are bullying, that we are creating issues with, that we are fighting, is somebody's loved one. And so if we would stop to think about that first, then a lot of this, probably none of it, would happen. And so this man, P. Diddy, Sean the Bully, Sean Combs, he has children. He has daughters. He has sons. And so it's just amazing to me that a person that has children, daughters, and sons would be treating somebody else's daughter like this, like he did in that video. That's obvious that he did it, because our eyes are not lying to us. It's just amazing. But if we would stop to consider that, then this wouldn't have happened. If he would have stopped to consider it, it wouldn't have happened. And here's the thing: now his sons, one of them is fighting his own case of DV. Can't say it, you know what I'm saying? Because so the fruit doesn't fall far from the tree, and we have to realize that people, that your children are watching you, that people that you influence, they're watching you and watching us, and we need to always make sure that we are a representative of the best version of ourselves. Try to be the best version of yourself in all situations. We know sometimes stuff happens, but for the most part, be the best version of yourself, and you probably can sleep just as good as I do at night. Okay. Secondly, when somebody shows you who they are, believe them and do what you can to separate yourself from that person and that negative behavior. The longer that you stay in that type of relationship, the harder it is to leave. Again, your children are watching how you move, and if you don't do right because of for you, do right for them. Do right so that you can be the best example to people who are watching you. Everything that seems like it's glitter is not diamonds and gold. It ain't shiny, and everything is not for everybody. And so we just need to just be better versions of ourselves, and the world would be a better place. So that's all I got for you, except to say to find out more about the things that I care about, you can go to the written version of my journal. And also, you can follow me on Facebook, IG, and Twitter at TCB Steph. Um, and that's it. Thanks, and have a super day.